Hello lovely people, how are you today? I know that I'm like 2 weeks late with this video, but I'm leaving cert in June, and these videos are going to get sparser and sparser as time goes on, and Bangers is just such a good album. Miley Cyrus is Queen. Miley Cyrus is fucking Queen, guys. She's amazing. And before anyone, because I've been receiving things on Tumblr that are less than mentionable. People, oh Perry, I've lost so much respect for you. How dare you like Miley Cyrus? Oh, get off your fucking pedestal of superiority, Mother Teresa. I mean, society is the worst. Anyway, books. I read 3 books in January. One of them was almost 1,000 pages long. It took me about 2 weeks. That's why I only read 3. But, yeah. The first book I read, I actually started in December. It was Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. It's about a guy who's stranded on a desert island for 20-something years. And it fucking reads like a man who was stranded on a desert island for 20 years. I used to always say that there's no such thing as a boring classic. I was wrong. I was so wrong. This is often regarded as the first English novel, or just like the first novel in general. Wow. It's a bit, you know, it's boring, guys. It's really boring. And I'm kind of disappointed that I have to say that. But it disappointed me a lot. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. It's... I don't know, I was expecting so much more from this and I was let down. But you know, read it, but just to be able to say that you read it, not for the story or anything. It's... The next book I read is the biggest book I've ever read in my life. And you can probably guess what it is. It's The Pickwick Papers by Charles Dickens. His first novel, and the beginning of my year of Dickens. This was plotless, but really fucking good. This was really good, guys. I really enjoyed Dickens' writing. Oh my god, guys. His writing is amazing in every single way. It's really obvious that this was serialized, you know, in magazines and shit, because it's basically a group of guys who are members of the Pickwick Club, just go on a couple of ventures around England. That's basically it. If you're not really into classics and that sounds kind of boring and you don't think you could handle a 900-page novel about guys piss-arsing around for a while, don't really read this. The closest thing I could come to describing this is, imagine if 3 Men in a Boat was 900 pages long. That's the Pickwick Papers. The last book that I read in January, I actually started about 2.5 years ago, and I got halfway through it and stopped, because back then I wasn't a very good reader, to be honest, and I've been meaning to read this for ages. It's 1984 by George Orwell. It's really good. It's terrifying, but it's really good. I was going to give it 5 out of 5, but I only gave it 4 out of 5 because of the fucking, like, 50 pages of theory that, if you've read this, you know what I'm talking about. There's a part in this where Winston is reading a book, and it's the most boring book oh my god, it's awful. It's just awful. It was tedious to read, and because you know, they do it in novels, they make the writing was smaller than the normal typeface, so like there's more words per page, and it was, oh guys, it was a tumultuous experience, I must say that. I think that if you haven't read 1984, you probably should read 1984, just because it's such an important text, especially nowadays, because people are like, oh, it's so relevant nowadays, which it is, which is terrifying. Also, George Orwell is such a good writer. He's ridiculously good. I read Animal Farm, I read this, and now I'm actually currently reading Down and Out in Paris and London, which I should be finished either tonight or tomorrow, and you'll see that review probably sometime in December at my current rate, but oh well. Woo! Books! They're so much fun. Like, #swag. OMG. What? YOLO. Dench. What is dench? I've seen that around. I don't know what it is. Dench. Dench. Dench.